If you have a need for speed, then this is the pinball machine for you. High speed 2, the Getaway, let's go. Okay, right off the plunge, you're going to come up here and the ball's going to loop around to the upper flipper and loop in that upper loop as many times as you can for million plus points, and it will also increase your RPMs, which will allow you to shift gears. Shifting gears is done by the shifter knob on the front of the game. You want to shift each gear all the way up to the 5th gear to get Red Line Mania, which we'll talk about later. Also, you can get RPMs by shooting the loops anytime the game yells at you to shift gears. Then shift that shifter to get to your next gear and get various awards from points, hold bonus, light video mode, supercharger mode, and Redline Mania. Also, you have these stand-up targets down at the bottom of the play field. Mostly they will relight your kickback over here to the left. Depending on the ROMs, they will also increase the supercharger value, which is right here. This supercharger lights at the start of the ball and will allow you to get a base value of 3 million points. You can increase that by continuing to hit these stand-up targets or continuing to hit supercharger ramp depending on the ROMs. Next, we have multi-ball. To light multi-ball, you have to go around to the red, yellow, and stand-up targets that are in the middle of the play field. You hit them in order to light the locks for multi-ball. You can also spot these targets by hitting the supercharger or the tunnel saucer over here to the right. Once you've locked all 3 balls, multi-ball starts, and then you can light the jackpot by hitting supercharger enough times. Then you can hit a jackpot by either hitting the left orbit or the inner loop from the upper flipper. Once you've done that, to light super jackpot, you hit the supercharger again, and it will light for super jackpot from the upper flipper. Also, if video mode is lit, it's started at the saucer. If you happen to have any burn rubber awards lit, you will start them at this saucer, which can award various points, modes, such as multi-ball. Next up, real quick, if you have video mode, look up at the DMD and make sure and keep your car on the center to left side of the road and just bounce back and forth to avoid cars. This can be a quick way to big points. Redline Mania, it works just like multi-ball where you light the jackpot. Sorry, the jackpot is initially lit via the side loop, but you can relight that jackpot by hitting the supercharger just like regular multi-ball, and the values are just increased. Should you get to the supercharger mode, which is gear 4, that just lights everything on the playfield, think payback time, and just get 5 million points a pop. That's Getaway.